All right, welcome to another math video, where today we are going to be looking at matching formulas and shapes, matching formulas and figures. All right, we have a bunch of different formulas for every single figure here. So whenever we have a shape that is a, whenever we have whenever we're trying to figure out a different shape, we need to make sure to use the formula that matches that particular shape. Okay, so here we're looking at prisms. We're looking at pyramids and cones specifically. All right, we're looking at cones and pyramids specifically for this assignment, but this works for anything. All right, if we had all of the options, then we would want to make sure to have all the options of different shapes that we've talked about at our disposal. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go through this little worksheet thing that I found, and we're going to we're not actually going to solve any of these, but we are going to take a look and see if we can figure out what formula we would use for each of these shapes. Okay, what formula would we use for each of these shapes? So now, if we take a look at number one, the most important part of any of these figures is the base, is this guy right here. Essentially, the base, the thing that cone or pyramid is sitting on. All right, this base is the most important part of this because this tells us what formula we're going to use. Okay, so if we take a look at our formula sheet, if we go back over to our formula sheet, we want to match our shape with our formula sheet. All right, so we want to look through our formula sheet for anything that kind of looks like one of these. Okay, hey, look, this base here is a triangle. That's how we get the name of the base of our shape. So this is a triangular pyramid. All right, so the formula that we're going to have to use for this number one, is we're going to have to use volume equals base times height over 2 times the height of our overall. So first we're looking, this is just the triangle on the bottom, base times height. So base is 14, height would be 13, times the height of our pyramid, which is 11, and whatever number we get there, we're going to have to divide that by 3. That's going to be our formula for this particular object. Okay? We identify the shape of the base, and then we use that to find the formula for the object. So then, if we take a look over at number 2, again, we look at the shape of the base. We look at the shape of the base here, and we see that that's a hexagon. So we take a look and say, all right, do we have any hexagons? I don't see anything that says hexagon pyramid over in the words over here. So this is going to be a multi-sided base pyramid, based pyramid. All right, so our formula for this is going to be our volume is equal to the number of sides of our base times the length of the sides of our base squared divided by 4 times tangent of 180 degrees divided by the number of sides that we have times the height of our pyramid divided by 3. Okay, so there's our formula that we would use to plug a bunch of stuff in and get our answer. All right, so we're going to hold off on finding the actual answer. We're just matching this formula with this shape. All right, now this shape over here, let's go ahead and use blue this time because blue. So this shape right here, we have another hexagon base. So we're going to use this same formula here as well. We're going to use the same formula, but we're going to have different N's, H's, and S's to put in. All right, so we have another multi-sided shape here. All right, now moving down to this figure, the shape of the base this time is a quadrilateral. Now, we have two different formulas. We have a formula for a square pyramid, and we have a formula for a rectangular pyramid. Okay, in this case, since both the length and the width of our base are the same, we can use our formula for the square pyramid. So we're going to use volume equals base squared times height. So the base times the base times the height of over 3. Okay? So we can use that because we have a square here instead of a rectangle. All right? Our next shape, number 5, we're going to take, and the shape of our base here is a circle. Since our shape is a circle, the only figure that we have with the base of a circle is called a cone. So we're going to take, and this is going to be our cone formula. Volume equals pi times r squared times our height divided by 3. Okay. Again, we're not going to solve it just yet, but that's going to be our formula that we're going to use for this particular shape. So then in number 6, we have a similar shape. Which is another circular base. So we're going to use our cone formula again. We're going to use that same formula that we used for number 5 for number 6. All right, so what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to pause the video once I'm done talking. Pause the video and see if you can identify the shapes for 7, or the formula you would use for 7, for 8, and for 9. Okay, again, use your formula sheet. That's what it's there for. Use your formula sheet and see if you can figure out what shape you would use for each of these next 3. Okay, go ahead and pause the video, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, here's hoping this is what you came up with. Hopefully you saw that the base of number 7 was a rectangle, so you need to use the formula for a rectangular pyramid, which is length times width times height divided by 3. And then for number 8, the base was a square, so we needed to use our square pyramid formula, which is base squared times height divided by 3. And then for number 9, there was a triangle for the base, and our triangular formula is base times height over 2 times the height of the pyramid divided by 3. Okay, hopefully you're able to come up with those 3. So you'll have an assignment related to identifying what formula that you would use for each of these objects. So go ahead and you're going to complete that and turn it into Google Classroom. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.